Right now we're looking at more economic factors than political factors, but again, we will consider all options, all opportunities. If there is something new that arises that we need to consider, we'll be happy to consider it. But as of now, it's more economic factors that are factoring into this decision.
Bill, Congress of the U.S. had set to continue with the Keystone Pipeline, and this will enable Canada to get their product out. PetroChina is investing greatly in Canada, and it seems that the Congress of U.S. is not happy with that. We know that China as a country, as a world power, is getting into the backyard of the U.S., especially the Caribbean, and the idea that we have here is that national security maybe is one of the factors that the deal with PetroChina did not realize. Is that true?
I don't think that anything that's happening in the U.S. with the Keystone XL pipeline affects negotiations here in Aruba. That would be a surprise to me. So
I'm saying it in the sense that Congress wants to help Canada to avoid the PetroChina to invest in Canada, which is a partner of the U.S. So in doing that, maybe opening, and Congress requested to President Obama to continue with the project of the Keystone Pipeline to get Canadian crude out, and gives us the impression that Congress do not want interference in the backyard of the U.S. In that sense that I mean.
Well, there's actually prohibitions in the United States from exporting crude oil out of the United States. So even with the Keystone XL pipeline, which Valero supports the building of the Keystone XL pipeline and bringing that crude oil to the Gulf Coast, we, Valero, do not have any intention of exporting the crude oil. We would intend to refine it at our refineries along the Gulf Coast. But it's true that the world needs more of heavy oil. That's one of the things affecting the Aruba refinery, is that there's now a shortage of the type of crude oil that the Aruba refinery processes, and that makes the price go up. So the more of that oil that's available in the marketplace will help bring the price down. That gives Aruba a competitive advantage and makes the Aruba refinery more attractive.
We were under the impression in Aruba, Bill, that PDVSA wants the equipment in order to use it as an upgrader for the crude that is being from the Orinoco Belt. Has Valero ever been approached to go into a venture with PDVSA with this project?
Again, I cannot confirm which parties we've talked to and which ones we haven't. We have confidentiality agreements with all the parties that we've talked to. It's apparent that what this refinery in Aruba needs is a steady supply of the type of heavy crude oil that it is set up to refine. Very difficult to find that crude oil at an attractive price now. So what the refinery needs is a steady supply of that oil at an attractive price. Whether it comes from one source or another, we're open to any options.